the fact that the exercise in Bihar was announced very close to the polls. So the main question that the opposition really is raising, I don't see that they have a problem with the revision in the electoral roll as much as their problem is with the fact that if you really wanted to conduct this exercise, perhaps you should have done it a year in advance, and that's fair enough, right? But the fact that a simple exercise in Bihar has told us that out of the 7.9 crore total electors in the state, they found 21.6 lakhs to be deceased, 31.5 lakhs who've permanently shifted, 7 lakh who have enrolled at multiple places, and about 1 lakh untraceable electors. That's totaling up to about 60 lakh random names and other such discrepancies on the electoral roll. Does this exercise somewhere then, Manasvi Thapar, indicate that perhaps a similar one would be required for the entire nation?
Devika, it is not about the exercise, it is about the intent. Why is the election commission starting this verification only in Bihar, just months before election? What safeguards are in place to ensure Dalits, backward classes and migrant workers are not removed from the voter rolls? The other question which comes to the mind is, can the government assure that no political pressure will influence deletion under this order? Further, why wasn't this exercise done in Maharashtra or Haryana? So now the question what comes to our mind is, it is not the exercise is of question. Exercises must. Not any ineligible voter can ever be allowed in India to vote. It is a crime, it is anti-national, and it should not be promoted by any political people or any political person or any political party at any moment. BJP is doing it. I welcome that decision. The only question what is in mind is the timing. Why Bihar? You start from Jharkhand, you start from Uttar Pradesh, you start from Gujarat. We have so many 30 states in our nation. Start there. Why do you want to trouble the electorals of Bihar? So that is the only thing. And what happens here is, BJP already is a very strong party, is the largest political party, is the most funded political party of the world, has the largest number of karyakartas, has the largest number of social media engagement. So BJP does not have problem. They are in power, they enjoy power. So what will happen here is, now with targeted deletions, what happens here is that declaration form has to be declared. So now para 14 reads out that if you were eligible in 2003, then there is no issue. In the last exercise was in the year 2003. If you are not a part of the electoral roll in 2025, you have to give large number of documents. So where are the people going to bring those documents? And if the inquiry is there, so it will not be fair for those people. Now what happens here is, there are also seasonal migrants which come to Bihar from other nations. So declaration form Annexure D, which is mentioned, multiple document proofs are to be verified. So now this becomes an unfair burden on daily wages, migrant workers, Dalits, minorities, and now their role has to be tallied. So this exercise is a great exercise. It's pro-national exercise. But what happens here is, this is anti-election. All the opposition political parties will not have the real-time data. They don't have the IB with them. They don't have how do they make sure that minorities are protected? How do they make sure that backward classes are protected, the Dalits are protected, the migrant workers are protected? That surety is not there. So now, since 2003, Congress did not do it. BJP was in power since 2014. In 11 years, they never did it. Now, when the elections are on head, so the trouble is secondary for the political party, but the majority of the trouble is for those people living in Bihar who are the real voters. Now they'll be troubled. So you cannot have a task by task for those people who are citizens of Bihar, citizens of
Manasvi, yes, understood your point, and the pertinent questions that you've raised, and I want Raman Malik to answer those. But as far as the